get into election time on Prime, where we count down to the 1st of November for the local government elections. And tonight, we focus on Modimolle-Mookgophong Municipality. That's in Limpopo. It's a municipality that's experienced problems related to service delivery, unstable management, and poor governance, as well as poor financial management over the past few years. The DA's mayor in Modimolle-Mookgophong Local Municipality is Marlene Van Staden. She's one of our panelists tonight. Also with us is Deputy Provincial Secretary of the ANC in Limpopo, Basikopo Makamu, as well as the EFF's Regional Secretary in the Waterberg District, Lesetja Monyela, all with us tonight. And before we get started, some ground rules to let you know. I will give you each 2 minutes to state why you believe you are the party that the people of Modimolle should elect come November 1st. At the end of that 2 minutes, if you are still speaking, I will then jump in and move on to the next panelist. And once all three of you have given your opening statements, we will then get into the broader issues that are specific to the municipality. Are we all on board with the rules?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Fantastic. Marlene, I will begin with you because you are currently mayor of the municipality. Your 2 minutes starts now.
I thank you very much and good evening to all the listeners. My name is Marlene Van Staden and I'm currently the mayor of the Modimolle-Mookgophong Municipality, and I'm also the mayoral candidate for the Democratic Alliance. So what the Democratic Alliance is promising you is that if we continue at the municipality, hopefully as a majority government from the 1st of November, we would stabilize the finances in that municipality. We would make sure that we improve service delivery by getting the basics right: water, sewer, electricity. We'll be working on your roads so that we can have world-class roads in our municipality. We are going to make sure that we sort out the causes that cause crime. For example, public open spaces, unemployment, street light issues, and so forth. We are going to do our very best to encourage businesses to invest in the municipality and to make sure that we grow the local economy, because by doing that, we can facilitate the process to create more stable job opportunities. We are also going to govern in the interest of the people. We'll continue to be a responsive government that communicates well, that talks to the people, that listens to the community, that makes sure they are up to date with what happens in the municipality.
Marlene, thank you very much. With 37 seconds to spare, Basikopo Makamu from the ANC, your 2 minutes starts now.
Thank you, Begile. I'm Basikopo Makamu, the Deputy Provincial Secretary of the African National Congress, but also serving as the MEC for Corporate Governance and Human Settlement and Traditional Affairs in the province. You will know that the African National Congress is the ruling party in the province and in the district. It's only in Modimolle where we are not the ruling party. We are saying to the people in Modimolle-Mookgophong to say, for them to be able to have a better communities, they should be able to vote for the African National Congress so that we can build those communities together with them. We have already started the work in the whole country and the province, making sure that we allow our people to access free basic services, that is water, electricity, and sewer. We are doing that in the better part of the province. It's only in Modimolle where the DA is leading, which is excluding our people in that aspect. But we are also saying that we have got a plan to make sure that the water provision in the area should be improved, because in other areas where we are governing, we have improved such, even if it's not necessarily adequate. But we are also saying that if given an opportunity to run the Modimolle-Mookgophong municipality, will ensure that the provision of electricity, we have stabilized electricity in the local municipality of Vila, Tabaze, and Lipalale. We can still do the same with that. But also we are running programs to ensure that our people access housing and land in the areas, and we think we are capable of making sure that the ANC could make sure that the people of Modimolle-Mookgophong access that. You will understand that the current term, we have chosen the best candidates that will be able to make sure that they deliver services now and better and consistently. That's why the African National Congress will be able to. We are also having a plan to fight corruption, because we even saw corrupt activities.
Time is up, sir. Thank you very much. Let's go to you, Lesetja from the EFF. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Thanks very much, Vikile. I'm Lesetja Monyela, the Secretary of Waterback, and I was currently in the municipality as I know the dynamic of Limpopo, and I know that the residents must start understanding that we are not going to speak about the people who make a lot of promises. We are speaking of commitments now. May you check over our manifesto, especially our local election manifesto, especially for now. It is a manifesto that is the ongoing, based on the 7 non-negotiable pillars, of which one of them is the land, of which may you look over the third one of the government capacity, which will lead to the abolishment of tenders, is exactly what we are promising our people. May you check in the municipality, we speak of the service delivery, of which I may say lot of those who are today speaking, they have promised, but they've never commit themselves. We are having an assignment, or maybe we are making an appeal, an agreement with the community, especially of the Modimolle-Mookgophong, that may you choose us. Then the municipality is going to work with the people who would have signed the duties and responsibility of which we want to be held accountable. And there is no people who will do as they please or do as they like, because currently we, as the party that was first sit in the municipality in 2016, we have seen that it was much better for us to gain experience. That's why we take the power and we gave to the DA, of which the DA at the stage by today we say they failed. And you may know that when we gave to DA, it was the power that comes from the ANC.
Lesetja, your 2 minutes is up. Thank you. Let's begin then our broader discussion. I want to begin with you, Marlene, because you are currently mayor in that municipality. Listening to you campaign, though, you said things like you want to stabilize finances, stabilize service delivery. It sounds very much like the pitch of a party that has not been in governance there. What have you actually managed to do over the past term?
Actually, we've got a list probably as long as the N1 of things we've accomplished over the past few years. We have actually divided it into what we call a blue book. We've put down for our residents, what have we done with water infrastructure, sewer infrastructure, paving of more than 15 roads in the municipality, of which some were internal projects. We did a complete electricity turnaround strategy, and we've done a whole lot of work on the finances of the municipality. But as you probably know, if you are good in governance, your targets will always move. No matter what you achieve today, you are never done in a municipality. You are never done in government. There's always something else that you can do to become a better government. And for me, there are so many targets that I would still like to achieve over the next 5 years. There are more roads that I would like to pave. I would like better water supply. I would like to sort out every single one of the sewer issues in the municipality. I would want to make sure that we earn enough money every month in the municipality that we are completely financially viable. I want a clean audit within the next 3 years. So there's a lot of things that we have achieved, but that I would still want to achieve as well. One of the things that I think I'm most proud of is what we've done with our turnaround in electricity, communication, water in our towns, and also sorting out our fleet by buying vehicles and service delivery trucks, so that we don't have to outsource those functions anymore.
Okay, let's talk about electricity, because at some point the municipality owed Eskom about 200 million rand. How much of that has been paid off, Marlene?
Actually, none of that has been paid off, because when the two municipalities amalgamated, they already started with that 200 million rand. And the municipalities were completely unable to settle their monthly Eskom account. It has taken us to do a complete electricity turnaround strategy. We had to review all our meters, make sure we install prepaid meters, look at distribution losses, make a payment agreement with Eskom, and get to a point where we can start paying Eskom on a monthly basis.
So
now our payment agreement with Eskom says we pay them every single Friday. We pay them 60 cents in the rand. We cover our monthly bill, and we invest the rest of the money in upgrading the infrastructure to make sure that our residents get value for their money when they purchase electricity from us at the municipality. We've increased our electricity revenue by 1/3, which I think is incredible. I don't know which other municipality in the country has done that.
The problem, of course, is that the electricity bill issue is a conversation that was happening around 2017, early 2017 already. And here we are still, it's not completely resolved. So people who have been looking at that as an area of concern will wonder why they should bother with you if you've not been able to clean it up in 5 years.
Well, I think, one, they're welcome to read the article that will appear in tomorrow's report that has a detailed explanation of what we've done with our electricity turnaround. And we can share our statistics with them. What they will see is that when initially the municipality started in 2017, we used to earn about 10 million rand a month for our electricity. Now we are sitting on electricity turnaround with more than 20 million rand a year.
Okay.
And we've not actually increased our base. What we've done is we've become better at revenue collection, so we now collect what we build. We've managed to decrease our Eskom bill. We've managed to stabilize most of our tariffs. But the final push we need is we need NERSA to approve a time of use tariff structure. And it's been an ongoing battle with NERSA. We're still waiting for a court date. I expect it will be in January, because before the municipality don't have a time of use tariff structure, we'll never finally sort it out. Because at the moment, Eskom is billing us a time of use, but we are billing our clients on a flat rate.
Right.
So there are certain months in the year where we really just can't afford our electricity. And that is why it's a strategy. It's not only one thing to sort that problem out.
All right, I want to bring in Basikopo Makamu then from the ANC. Marlene is basically saying the DA is a victim of its own success in Modimolle-Mookgophong Municipality. You as the ANC, of course, enjoy a large share of overall voter support in Limpopo. How on earth do you hope to wrestle away support from the DA if it says it's doing so well in that municipality?
Thanks. Let me start by the electricity issue. In fact, you have underestimated that they are owing 200 million. They are owing over 500 million in terms of the debt with the Eskom. Started the financial year or the current term, the Villa municipality was owing Eskom, Musina municipality were owing Eskom, Zanini municipality were owing Eskom. All these are the municipalities which are in the ANC-led government. All of them you can go check now. We have made sure that our municipalities made arrangements, and as we speak, they are paying current. It's in the province. It's only the DA-led municipality in the form of Modimolle-Mookgophong where they could not necessarily honor the agreements. Hence, they are failing to manage the finances of the municipality. It's the only municipality in the province which the provincial government had to bail them out, giving them money so that they can be able to meet their expenditure. It's simply because we wanted to support the government at that level so that they can provide service.
Okay.
But that as it may, they continue to fail to do. But what we are saying is that we have been seen as the African National Congress stabilizing municipalities in the province with the challenges that they have. As we speak today, viewers, almost 15 municipalities under the ANC-led government, they are sitting on unqualified audit opinion, meaning that we are able to make sure that we stabilize the finances of municipalities. It's unprecedented, and that you will only see here in the province. And we are saying that if the people of Modimolle-Mookgophong can get back the municipality back to the African National Congress, we are going to stabilize the fund.
If you were so brilliant at running municipalities, you wouldn't have lost Modimolle-Mookgophong in 2016.
One thing that we should agree, it is correct that in some instances all the governance did collapse and we messed up, and you can see our manifesto, we are prepared to fix what has gone wrong. And we are saying to the people in Modimolle-Mookgophong to say we agree that we might have messed up previously.
On that point,
yes.
Then, on the electricity problem, you also have to take accountability for that, because a lot of that debt was also racked up when you were in charge pre-2016. Correct?
But no, correct. But like we said, that in Villa it was the same situation. In Musina it was the same situation. In Zanini it was the same situation. As you speak now, when we are finishing the fourth administration of local government, we have stabilized those 3 municipalities. It's only Modimolle-Mookgophong, which is still sitting there. You can go and check your records with the ESCOM. You will see that these municipalities were also on the same situation, but they stabilized because there was a political will by the leadership of municipalities to make sure that they stay, so that these things may not necessarily sabotage electricity in their areas.
Let's take a quick breather. Basikopo Makamu from the ANC, Marlene Van Staden from the DA, and Lesetja Monyela from the EFF. We're going to continue with our election on Prime focus tonight on the Modimolle-Mookgophong Municipality in Limpopo, and we'll give the EFF a chance to say whether they are the future of the people there. Stay with us. To the second half of election time on Prime, the focus today on the Modimolle-Mookgophong Local Municipality in Limpopo. My guests are Marlene Van Staden from the DA. She is also joined by the Deputy Provincial Secretary of the ANC in Limpopo, Basikopo Makamu, as well as EFF Regional Secretary in Waterberg, Lesetja Monyela. And Lesetja, I want to begin with you. So the ANC is very much the past for the people of Modimolle based on results in 2016. The DA currently in charge. The term is coming to an end. Are you confident the EFF can win this municipality?
Thank you very much, President. I'm highly confident, especially because sitting in the municipality, especially for the past 5 years, I was not just sitting, I was evaluating over how when we apply the remedial or evacuation towards the municipality, in sense that we are to come over the very big depths and the blunders that are in the municipality. Shortly, let me tell you exactly how would a one who is leading the municipality, what must he do in sense that you are to run a very good municipality. Firstly, may you hire the people who do have the right qualifications, and again, may you overthrow these things or maybe mentality of the consultants and the service providers in the municipality. Then you will come all right. Firstly, you are to capacitate the small that you got in the municipality, sense that they are to do the job. Let me give you an example that I heard that one was saying about the depths of the ESCOM. Currently in the municipality, there is a consultants that are saving, of which may you check there are artisans and all the stuff that are there in the municipality, of which they are true performing one job, of which they are getting salary. Of which, if it was myself, I will capacitate the little that they are there and then remove the service providers or the consultants. Then is where by today we would have at least pushed the very same debt that the previous who served in before the 2016 have made. And the reason why today we are sitting on the very big debts, it was the ruling party. After they see that they are failing, before we can get in 2016, they come in a sense that they are to be amalgamated municipalities, because they know that they have let the Mookgophong municipality very in big debt, and then they say let's pitch up them in sense that they are to run with a Modimolle, in sense that the debt might be it will cover, the people may not see it. So, but unfortunately, the resident and the community of Modimolle-Mookgophong, they see where it comes from. That's why we are confident that after the people see that, then they've got trust and they've got confidence in us. We have runs all over the corridors of the municipality in the community, and even our manifestos. You can check that is job, land,
all right.
Manage.
Let me ask you this then.
And people agree on that.
Let me ask you this then. You are the smaller of the three parties with us tonight. If it happens on November 2nd that this municipality requires another coalition agreement, will you go with the DA because you've already collaborated with them post-2016?
Presenter, I can't predict the coalition at the stage, because I see how tired are the voters.
Are they more tired of the ANC or more tired of the DA?
Shortly, let me tell you that we are the winners who are not at the stage thinking of any coalition. The voters have already even showed some signs that will come with the total takeover of the municipality.
I want to ask you about two more questions. Marlene, I want to start with you. So you were in the news a while ago over what people are saying were fraud-related charges linked to travel allowances with about 20,000 rand. Despite having used state vehicles, as I understand, for those trips, you said you've done nothing wrong. The Pretoria News says you had then said to them that you'll provide them with evidence, and then you could not give them the evidence. Where is that evidence, and why should the people of that municipality trust you anywhere near the purse, the public purse?
Thank you. I think that's a great question, and I would love to answer, because I think the Pretoria News had all of the evidence and everything that they could publish, but they chose not to do it. And we also provided them with a report from AGSA, who actually audited the 2019-2020 financial year in which these post-transactions happened, and the Auditor General were happy with all of the evidence that we provided them. Those claims that they alleged was actually just put under a bracket called subsistence and travel. And according to the Gazette, any councillor, according to Section 10, is allowed to claim for out-of-pocket expenses, especially if you are the mayor, because I've got a mayor's budget. So I've claimed when I was taking somebody to lunch, for a soccer tournament, or when I visited an old age home, and those claims were paid back to me under the subsistence and travel claim issue on our payday system.
Was it 20,000 rand?
Sorry?
Was it 20,000 rand, and are you saying it was justified?
It was 25,000 rand for the 2019-2020 financial year, and it was all backed up by actual slips of the transactions. It had nothing to do with fuel. It was just on a line item that called subsistence and travel. So some people ignored the subsistence part and only read the travel part.
Okay, let me ask you, Basikopo Makamu, from the ANC, because in 2016, as you were leaving, there was another scandal brewing, and there was then a report from Treasury that said officials implicated in tender allegations pre-2016 should have been prosecuted. That happened during your time in charge of the Modimolle-Mookgophong Municipality. Why should you be given another bash when you left such a big stink of allegations as the ANC?
Thank you very much. Let me start with the one that you have asked about the Marlene's issues in terms of the finances. Somebody who could not necessarily differentiate between government money and her money. It's not only the substance and traveling issues. She will even decide to buy some electrical materials without even having a quotation, as if it's a personal matter that she's dealing with. It's a matter that we are aware of, and we think people of Modimolle-Mookgophong should be able to be exposed to these things, that they are corrupt, they are doing what was not supposed to do by a mayor for that matter. But let me come to the issue of the forensic investigation that was issued by the Treasurer. I personally, and Marlene will know, and the EFF will know, it's me as the MEC for Coxstar who convened the council, who convened the executive committee in that municipality to present and request them formally that they must make sure that the report is taken to council and get to be implemented without fear or favor.
And where is that implementation?
That's what Marlene, together with the council, should be updating the MEC. I have requested the progress in terms of implementation and said, if it requires for them to go and open cases for people who have done wrong during the previous financial year, they should be able to do. I personally delivered physically so in the Exco boardroom in Modimolle-Mookgophong to show that the African National Congress is not prepared to hide or to defend anybody who is doing wrong or who is opposing or transgressing. So we have been doing that in almost all the municipalities, because we did not send people to do corrupt activities.
But it's embarrassing for the ANC nonetheless, correct?
I beg yours?
It's still embarrassing for the ANC that there was such a stink, even though the allegations are still unresolved.
Let me say, it was during the time the ANC was in charge of the municipality. But the fact that we are prepared and courageous to say whoever as an official has done something wrong, we should act on that.
All right.
It will continue to happen.
Let me go back to Marlene. Marlene, you're shaking your head, itching to come in here. Basikopo says the ANC wants action. You're in charge. Why has action not been taken?
Well, actually, I don't think the MEC has any cooking clue what he's talking about at the moment. First of all, your question was regarding investigation and matters before 2016 and how he's answered about investigations after 2016. The investigations after 2016, we personally initiated because we realized something was going on. We approached government and said, can you please assist us to investigate? We received the investigations 10 months after the provincial government got it from Treasury and only after we requested a fire application to get it. So they were trying to hide it before the national elections. And when we finally got it from them, we have implemented every single one of those recommendations and we can prove it. We immediately stopped all of our relationship with those people. We fired the employees. We went to open criminal cases at the Hawks and we stopped everything.
Okay.
But the question was, what did they do for accountability in their two former municipalities before 2016? And then I still want to also get back to the Eskom issue because I think the MEC forgot to say that when the two municipalities amalgamated in 2016, we inherited immediately, became the largest Eskom debtor in the province, like on that day. We also received a deficit budget of 200 million rand, and they decreased our equitable share by 50 million. So a matter of fact is we started on the back foot with 500 million rand, and they gave us nothing to work with. And
we're almost out of time, Marlene. We're almost out of time, but I want us to get to your closing statements, and I'm going to allow you, Lesetja, from the EFF to go first. You've got 1 minute. At the end of this, what is your feeling? What's the EFF's way forward in Modimolle-Mookgophong?
Thanks very much, Bewile. As EFF in Modimolle-Mookgophong, we are called upon the residents of Modimolle-Mookgophong that we are the only party that is not involved with scandals. You can see that Marlene with the ANC, with Makamu, they are involved in scandals. And I would like to urge that the people of Modimolle-Mookgophong are witnesses, and we are pleading with them that as we are the only one who makes commitments, come the 1st of November, then they are to vote for us. And we are promising them that the commitments that we are making with them is that we see a lot in the municipalities that we can improve, especially coming to the employment of the EPWPs, coming to the corrections of the finance and holding them accountable all the stuff.
Lesetja, your minute is up. Thank you very much. Marlene, your minute starts now. Please keep it brief.
I would like to say to the residents of Modimolle-Mookgophong that they should unite so that the DA can win. Because if the DA win, then they will also win. They know that we are the only party that actually gets things done, that we are the only party that gets things right. And I firmly believe that the residents in the Modimolle-Mookgophong Local Municipality is going to give us that clear mandate so that the DA can implement our policies of transparency, of getting the basics right, of sorting out all corruption, stabilizing finances, and making sure that we never get the ANC to have their hands on our municipality, that they can fall back on all the previous things that they've done.
Marlene, 16 minutes to spare. Basikopo, if you can also keep it briefer than a minute. You've got a minute, but if you could be shorter than that, your minute starts now.
We are calling for people in Modimolle to make sure that they vote for the African National Congress in order for us to build better committees with them so that they can get intrusive service delivery. Unlike the collapsed coalition between the DA and EFF, where it only concentrates on the town and excludes people in the outskirts of the town. So if the ANC can be given, we have seen how they were running the municipality and failed as the coalition. If the ANC gets the opportunity, we will be able to stabilize the municipality like we are doing with the other municipalities in the province. I thank you.
Basikopo Makamu. Marlene Van Staden from the DA. Basikopo, of course, is with the ANC. And then Lesetja Monyela from the EFF. My thanks to you all. I wish we had more time, but thank you so much for being on Election Time on Prime. We'll speak to all of you on November 1st and after the results are released. For now, though, once again, grateful for your time. And that's how we wrap up Election Time on Prime. Another edition coming up tomorrow between 7 and 7.